What's up, guys? Got a good Q&A question today. How do I feel about weighted balls? Okay, so number one, they're not evil. They're a tool. They're just like any other exercise that you could potentially do. Some people use them the wrong way. You could just like, oh, I just want to add velocity. I'm kind of a weak, skinny kid. I don't have great mechanics, but I really want to throw harder, so I'm going to just start throwing weighted balls a ton. That's definitely the wrong way to do it. Now, if you're an older player, you're a little more physically mature, you have pretty decent mechanics. Football players throw footballs that weigh like 14 ounces or something. Softball players throw a 7.2 ounce softball. There's no like special magical thing about a 5-ounce baseball. So that's always sort of been my stance about it. Now, I don't really use them in my program. We used to back in the day, and we got away from them for a couple different reasons. But, there's a right way to do it. There's a wrong way to do it. You just need to consider it like anything else. It's a tool. So in the gym, a front squat is a tool. It's not right for everybody. Some people will have knee pain doing front squats. Some people aren't super well built to front squat. Some people aren't super well built to squat in general because of the shape of their hips. There's lots of different tools. For me, I had Tommy John surgery twice. After my second one, there were a lot of tools in the weight room that I had to X off. Like I don't deadlift heavy anymore. Like there's lots of things that with a compromised elbow, I just kind of like crossed them off and did other things that were more appropriate for me. So weighted balls might be a tool that's very appropriate for you. They might be very inappropriate for another person. And depending on the program that you use, it might be utilized well or utilized very poorly. It might be unsafe or very safe. It just depends on how it goes and how you're using it. So just like using a squat as another example, if you take a kid who's brand new, 14 years old, to weightlifting, and you throw a heavy barbell on his back, super unsafe way to introduce him to squatting, right? But if you give that same kid a 20-pound dumbbell to do goblet squats with, if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's a great exercise. He can learn to squat and then over time handle the heavier loads, the barbell squats. Maybe one day he's a power lifter, squats 600 pounds. So it's always about the way you do it. Weighted balls are a tool. They're a tool just like anything else. You could use them with great effect. You could use them safely and not really get an effect out of them. There's lots of just different results that you could potentially have. So a lot of times here in modern society, we divide ourselves into tribes. And this tribalism, like I'm in the weighted ball tribe, I'm in the weighted balls stink tribe. We just want to like fight against each other and decide who's better and who's smarter and whatever. We don't need to do that. We don't need to have this tribal mentality. You can use weighted balls and be safe and get better. You could also use weighted balls and be unsafe and get hurt. It just depends. Is it right for you? It's hard to say sometimes. That's why you should have a good coach. You should have supervision. You should have a prior training age, so you shouldn't probably be brand new to all sorts of sports performance training and then just jump into weighted balls. There's just lots of different things. So having a coach who can guide you, asking questions of myself and others is a great way to go about it. Getting on a tried and true program, if you do want to use them, if you do feel like they're appropriate, is a good thing to do. But we should all get out of this mentality. I'm not here to say weighted balls are terrible or weighted balls are great. They're just a tool. So don't get so riled up about it. There's going to be people out there that hate on it. There's going to be people out there that are just crazy evangelists of weighted balls. They're just a thing. Like I really like sushi, but I don't need to go tell people that don't like sushi that they're horrible, that they're wrong, that they should like it because I like it. Like it doesn't matter. Like I like it. Then there's people that love sushi. They just want to tell everyone about sushi, and that's fine too. So it just remember, weighted balls are a tool. They can be used properly or improperly. And just make sure you figure out whether you can use them well and stay safe and get the performance benefit that you want. All right. Great question. Thanks. Please leave me more questions in the comments below. Contribute to the discussion. What do you feel about weighted balls? Let me know. We'll talk about it. And I'll see you next year. I'll see you here on the next Q&A.